And we are back in this new year covering the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 8, episode 8. And I am joined here by the amazing, the vibrant, the ever outspoken, Dr. Jatia Hart Taylor. Happy New Year.
Yes, happy 2024, everybody. Welcome to this brand new year filled with opportunities, especially this one, to hear about the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes. Well, before we get into all of that, how was your holiday season? How was your new year?
My holiday season was not long enough, so got a nice little break from work, which is always needed. Me and my children spent uh, Christmas and New Year's at one of our 4 homes.
Oh,
Um,
you don't have a home?
I have 4 homes. So we spent Christmas out west in Idaho, doing a little bit of skiing. We have friends come in from DC. Just a fabulous time of, fellowship and eating and everything else. How was your holiday break, sir?
Mm, My holiday break was good. Got to spend Christmas with the family, went out for New Year's. And, I've just been laying low and getting back to work because, work does not stop. So I got to, stay on my 9 to 5.
Any
Because
New Year's resolutions that we should know of?
So I don't really make New Year's resolutions because I feel like, I'm always on a path to a better Brice. So I guess really my what I want to stand on my business, okay, like T.I. Son said. But no, I really just want to continue to grow, continue to thrive, and continue to be able and open for new opportunities. It's really like what my New Year's is all about.
Okay. That's good. I made some, I wouldn't call them New Year's resolutions, but I just made some short-term goals. So it's kind of funny. I made like a 1 day, a 1 week, and a 1 month. They all
Oh.
are health related. So my 1 day was after Christmas to get on the scale because like a lot of times I avoid the scale and just be like, I'm not. And then I'd be way over the goal, beyond the goal. So day 1 was just get on the scale and see where I'm at. Day 2 was to move 30 minutes. The week goal was to move 30 minutes each day. And then my month goal was to, for 15 days of the month, walk 2 miles. So,
Okay.
and then I will redo my goals like weekly, stuff like that. So anyway,
Right.
just trying to be healthy, trying to be here and be alive so I can, be on this show and talk my smack about my favorite show, Real Housewives of.
Yes. Well, we love it, and we are back. And the show went on a 2 month, or not 2 month, a 2 week hiatus,
Mhm.
and they picked back up Sunday night. And yeah, so not a lot has happened in this episode, but I feel like enough has happened that we could kind of like dive into the trenches of Austin. They are still in Austin. It seems like this Austin trip
It's
don't
only
ever.
day 3,
I mean,
so
I know, but it just seems like
a
forever.
lot
And
has happened.
this is only the mid-season trip. Like, they still have to go overseas. So it was interesting. Some interesting takes. A lot of things went on the internet in the new year. But one of the things was it seemed like Mia Thornton was breaking the internet with her rekindle love with, at first they were reporting it was a soccer player, but now we know it is a radio personality that is her new boo
Say
thing.
boo bae, boo bae, boo.
Yeah. And so yeah, Mia got a type. This radio personality. He don't really look like Gordon, but he looks like he could
The rich
have
Gordon.
looked like Gordon maybe 20, 30 years. He's a lot younger. He's a little shorter than Mia. But listen, Mia, live your best life. And yeah, I don't know what his money situation looked like, but he is a personality on a nationally syndicated radio show. And Mia posted him on the internet trying to be all sneaky. I guess she was like sitting in a car and he was like kind of sort of facing her in her bosom, so you couldn't really see who it was. But the Instanets was on it, and they located him. And allegedly, they had dated in the past, and they've rekindled their fling. In the photo, Mia had on a ring, so then it was speculating that is.
I was about to say
Yeah.
I just looked at the internet and it says they hinted a 2024 wedding date. So it seems,
So Mia's people shut it down. She said she's not engaged, or it could have been the Bravo people like, listen, you don't give that type of tea, not on camera.
About
So
to say,
it
don't be putting
is
it on somebody else's paywall when this is where
uh,
you paid.
not the paywall. So yeah, it is interesting. And so we will see the unraveling of Mia's relationship the rest of the season. But I just wanted to give y'all that Potomac tea over the holiday because listen, Mia
Oh
was breaking
man.
the internets. Uh
I saw the picture. She like wow, she was wrapped around him. Whoa,
she
okay,
I
okay.
mean, yeah, I mean,
Wrapped.
she was
Okay.
wrapped. Okay. She I was like, I ain't wrapping no Christmas gifts. I'ma just wrap my body around you. So
Good for you,
we
girl.
are
Okay, moving on.
Listen, moving on. We are day 3 in Austin. Not really much is happening. I guess it is actually Karen's triple 20, and
Triple 20.
Giselle and Ashley are, I guess, putting something together for the girls. Now they pulled out these paint things, and I'm like, oh my God, if we are painting the vajay again, I am
Look,
good.
there's nothing wrong with that. All hail the JJ. But we do find out that instead of painting with JJs, everybody is going to basically paint either a picture of Karen or Karen's essence. It's kind of your choice. And it seems that they're down with that. But while they're talking, it's very interesting that Ashley starts talking about her mom
We get
and
an
her
update on
mom's
Sheila.
relationship. Yes, Sheila, honey, baby, the mom
Sheila,
be bringing it. Okay,
Uncle
they don't
Lump's
care. Look,
sister. Listen. And so we know from previous seasons when Ashley was married to I'm about to call him Adam. When Ashley was married to, what's her husband name? I can't think of his name.
now that you said Adam, it's Adam. Look,
Oh my God. I'm about to say Mark. Like I could
Michael, Michael,
Michael.
yes,
Michael. So when Ashley was married to Michael, and maybe I want to say season 5 and 6, it was a real big issue where Michael was getting tired of fitting the bill for Sheila. And it wasn't so much Sheila, but Sheila's partner,
Sheila dead baby boyfriend.
boyfriend. And again, we learned through this episode that Sheila has been with this boyfriend since Ashley was in high school, because Ashley, while she was in high school, wasn't messing with him because he was a deadbeat, didn't contribute to the household. And,
Cheating on the
he
mama.
he liked to step out
Sounds
on the relationship.
familiar.
So, yeah. And it was just interesting because it seemed like back in season 5 and season 6, Michael was like, I'm pulling the plug. Like, I'm not paying this house for 2 people. And it was a big deal where I think Ashley's mom had to move out because they were like, you know what? We don't need to be under Michael's roof if he's going to whatever. And so Sheila moved out, and it seemed as though us as viewers thought that maybe Sheila had moved on. But we learned this
Sheila
episode
say, look,
that
ain't nobody gonna come between me and my man. Okay. Okay. She holding it down like she robbing and he won. Okay. Like
not
nobody
too
is gonna come
much.
between this love we got. Okay. Y'all don't understand us. Y'all ain't got to. But what you got to do is stay out of our business.
Okay.
So
And
it's just
we
very interesting to me to see how like these are repeating behaviors in some of the generations here. So if wondering why, it's because of the models that they had. And Ashley says that, like she's like, some of the things I think about when I get into relationships stem from the relationship that I've seen my mom have. So
right. And so interesting. And so they're doing that while they are setting up. And then we have NECA, Mia, and Robyn in the pool hanging out, kind of sort of talking about some things. And again, I think during this like pool conversation, I think Mia again hints at
the
things
demise
that,
of her relationship with Gordon.
with
And
Gordon.
we see her skip to a shot and basically she's saying that Gordon has changed, that he's become very hardened over the financial situation, and she misses her easy breezy boo. But now he's business bag. So, that changes the dynamic.
It definitely does. But listen, I mean, I ain't mad at business, babe. If you standing on business and getting them checks, but listen, each relationship is different. Now we also have the other girls. Now, mind you, this is what I really wanted to talk to you about. So then we have Candiace, we have Wendy, and we have Karen. They're at the bar. Interesting, like the ladies are probably 3 feet away, but they're not acknowledging each other. My type of shade. And so they are at the bar and they are getting a drink for Karen's triple 60. And Wendy decides to reveal something. Now, I don't know how I feel about this because I don't play with, well, one, I'm with Wendy in the sense I don't really play with moms, right? Like, moms are
Mm-hmm.
very sacred. And, as we are older, our parents get a lot older and they have health scares. And so it is, I take that very serious. So, Wendy reveals to us and to Karen, and she was like, I hope that you're not going to be mad at me, Karen, because I didn't want to tell you this because, Karen lost her mother and, Karen, for the most part, gets along with all of the mothers. I really don't know how Karen gets along with Sheila. I don't think we've ever really seen much of Sheila. Now, we've seen Karen and Dottie, and we know that, like, I would love a spinoff show of Karen and
With Karen and Dottie
Dottie.
riding out. Mm.
That would be good. But in the midst of everything that is going on with Wendy this season, right? Like, if this were a regular season and everything that was happening with Wendy, I wouldn't maybe question the timing of bringing this up. But we know about the shrines. We know about Wendy's mom, her post to Mia. We know that she's been very vocal. And throughout this whole trip in Austin, Wendy has been having to defend her. Now Wendy brings to us that she not only is battling the ladies about her mom, but when they arrived to Austin, she got a frantic phone call that her mother was being rushed to the hospital and had to have an emergency surgery. Now they show us a clip. Now, from that point, I was like, oh my God, like my heart goes out to Wendy. Now, when they show us the clip of Wendy talking to her mother, and Wendy is like, how long is the surgery going to be, Mom? Let me know so I know when to call you back. And so Wendy's mom asks a nurse that is around, and the nurse says the procedure will be 10 minutes. So, I,
So
I again, well, listen, whether it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes, any procedure that my mom has, like, I'm going to take very serious. So I understand that from Wendy, but it was just the way Wendy was giving us on that phone, like, oh,
yes, like
let me
life or
know.
death, ICU. Which you know what? I granted she can feel like that, but I feel like it was some sort of oscopy, where they put, like they put you to sleep because it's going in a place that ain't gonna feel good. So it, either went down her stomach or up her butt or in her vagina, some cavity that you don't want to be awake when they exploring. Um, that's typically maybe, I don't know. But the procedure took 10 minutes. She cares about her mom. I get it. Could it have been a little less dramatized? Yes, but you know what? You do you. You be as dramatic as you want to, but don't say nothing about when Mia dramatic because she had medical situations. Okay.
Right. And also, it just, for me, right? Like, it just feels the timing of this all, right? Like, they just been on your mama behind for 2 days about the shrines and this and that and that and this. And for me, it just seemed like an perfect time to reveal health complications about your mother. To if when this comes out during the season, everyone is on your mama. What better way to then garner sympathy than with a health emergency? It's kind of like partly of what I was thinking, right? Like, I just for me, it just felt like because
I
a
just think
10
she's dramatic and and yeah, it was timely that she needed some cover for her mama. So I don't think she hesitated to bring it up, but I think maybe she's just dramatic. But the whole point is like I'm not going to belittle her mother's health situation,
neither am
but
I.
then don't right, but then don't come for Mia. Don't open your freaking mouth up when Mia is overly dramatic. Like you get dramatic, she get dramatic. Everybody got their right to be dramatic about health situations, whether it's your own or your mama's. Okay,
Right.
10 minute. You know,
So that was just something very interesting to me. And then again, while NECA, Mia, and Robin were in the pool, Mia brought up their conversation at the distillery, how Wendy was talking about shrines and how that, like, in Catholicism, there are, people are bringing up shrines as a negative condensation or like, not condensation because that's rain, but they're bringing it up in a very
connotation.
connotation. They bring it up in a very negative light. And Wendy is saying that, like, there are shrines in the Christian religion. And so Mia brings that back to NECA, and NECA is like, now, wait a minute, girl. You just said.
That's different. She basically, Wendy is trying to throw us off the scent by thinking that by them saying shrines, they're thinking like Virgin Mary in the church, in the Catholic Church. But there's different types of shrines, and NECA is coming back to that. She's like, I don't want to get all into it, but it's a different type of shrine. Nice try, Dr. Wendy, with the trying to conflate the two.
So very interesting. I think also maybe like after Karen's uh paint Karen, I think Candace had a very interesting confessional where essentially she was saying that, like, I think your mom's, you can't conflate the two, right? Like, you can't like bring your mom's surgery and the things that the ladies are talking about your mom together. And I was like, oh, okay, Candace, let me find out I
Yeah,
agree
I was
with you.
like, oh, that was a very mature take on that. I thought that was very interesting too.
I said, oh,
We'll get
okay.
back to Miss Candice too, because again, this, of course,
Yeah.
the
So
triangle and everything else came out. But anyway, the ladies go upstairs, and it is time to celebrate the Grand Dame by giving your best interpretation, illustration, however it flows through you. So they sit the Grand Dame in her fur back chair, faux fur, I believe, back chair, so that everybody can have a great vantage point of the beauty of everything that is the Grand Dame, and the ladies go to it. Everybody's drawing, everybody is taking their vision and letting the love for the Grand Dame spill out of them onto the canvas. And
what
then
I
it is
thought
time
what
to
I thought was most
go.
interesting though was that, like, this episode and this season, Karen drinking, right? Because now they might not show on camera all of what Karen is drinking because it's very clear she starts off with just a Corona like Ashley. But if you watch Karen throughout this the drawing reveals, it is very clear that Miss Karen is wetting her whistle, and we love it. Okay, let's see more of it. I miss back in the days when they used to go. I don't know where they
The
were
shift
at, but
wig that when
the
she was,
shift wigs, or they were in the basement, and
oh,
they were in the
yes,
basement, and Karen
yes,
was letting
basement.
loose. And yeah, I miss those Karen days. So I feel like for sure this episode we got to see glimpses of it. So yeah, they are revealing the Karen photos, and I think some of them are actually really good, and some of them are just like not great. I thought,
The one with the beard, NECA.
oh, that was Becca. Yeah, I was like, Deca girl, what is you doing? But I actually thought Wendy and Candace's were my favorite actual like Karen drawings. Now, when Wendy was like, I even got the mole with the two hairs coming out. I said,
You ain't have to do that to my girl. You ain't have to do that to my
not
girl.
not the two hairs. And then Robyn, everyone is very interested to see what Robyn is going to do because we all know Robyn and Karen, they are at odds. They are not feeling each other. And Robyn decides to show the true essence of what Karen Huger is. And baby, she
It's a
drew the Switzer Plus blue check mark for $11.99 that Karen has been paying for the last year. And this is how you know Karen was wetting that whistle, because she thought that was the funniest thing ever. And Karen reveals to Robyn after seeing that, like, despite our jabs at each other, whenever we get past this, I would like the opportunity to get to know you. I said,
See, this is
ooh.
why Karen is still on the show, because Karen know how to do this. She know how to do the roller coaster, right? She know how to give us high highs and low lows. She'll take it there now. Okay. Karen will take it there with you, but she's always willing to work it out. And that's why, and she brings the good content. So, yes, Grand Dame, I love it. She received it. She could have blown up about the blue check, but she took it at what it was. It's funny. It ain't a big deal. So what? Blue check, move on. I ain't know I was paying for it. Now I do. You busted me.
Girl, but you
And
knew
I
you,
love that.
Karen, you knew you was paying for it. You knew you was
Look, she
paying
just
for it.
found out. She just found out that she's been paying for it for a whole year.
Okay, because
I love that.
Ray
Look, she's like,
Ray ain't install it. Okay, but listen, and mind you, she's still paying for it now because she still got the blue check. But listen, so after that,
Well, if you like keep
they
the party going, yeah. I mean, like I already been paying for it, so I'm
I mean,
not
listen,
gonna lose
some
it.
of the perks, well, one, I'm just never paying for a verification, but some of the perks of the Twitter Plus for the edit a tweet alone, that would be worth 11.99 for me because listen, when I wet the whistle, when I tweet, y'all know sometimes my grammar don't be the best, and sometimes I write how I talk. So then I'll go back a day later and be like, boy, you didn't forgot the and, the.
That's why I don't tweet that much. Like I'm just oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just a lot of
So
pressure.
yeah, so I mean, listen, sometimes the Twitter Plus just for the edit to tweet alone.
Are you blue star? Are you a blue check on Twitter?
I am not.
What? Okay, good.
Listen, they ain't gonna get no eleven
I
ninety
had to
nine
hook up
from
for
me.
$9.99.
Okay. Listen, so after the painting is all done, and again, here's another thing that I will say, right? We do know that a lot of the ladies are at odds, right? We know Wendy and NECA, Wendy and Giselle, Giselle and Candiace, Candiace and Robyn, Robyn and Karen, Ashley, and Candice. Like, we know all of the women are at odds. However, I did love the fact to see the ladies at least being like, we know this is a job and we have to come together and like we can still have fun times together. And of course, Karen at this point was like, oh, I'm all about unity and I'm happy that the girls could come together. So I at least love that they can still come together and have fun moments, right?
Mhm. Yes, I do. I do like that they can have fun moments. I mean, because why would we watch a show if they couldn't come together at least, to make some jokes and keep it moving? Like it is a show. So I thought that was very nice. I thought it was super cute when they brought out lay apple pie,
Oh,
the whole thing from the freezer. And they were able to everybody without any kind of harmony sing happy birthday to the grand dame. And I like that, she's been on the show since the beginning, honey. She's tried to at least like everybody. And she's always willing to, get out there and do it. Look, triple 20. Look, I am approaching double 20, and I know that she is doing a lot. So and like she says, everybody, all those girls wish they could be her at triple 20. Like she's doing it. Okay. She is
she,
moving and still
dude,
active and
Karen
out
looks
there.
good.
Yes.
Karen looks good. And so Ashley has a dinner planned for Karen, and they also are going to a drag show. We do know that specifically in the state of Texas, during the time that they were filming, a lot of anti-trans and anti-LGBTQ plus legislations came out. And so Ashley thought that it would be very important for the ladies to use their platform to go
To
to a
support.
drag bar, to
Yes.
just have people experience what a drag show is, and to just a positive light of the LGBTQ plus. Now, although that was something very minute in the episode, I did appreciate that, right? I did
Yes.
appreciate them at least speaking about it and at least like the visibility. So it's like, okay,
I appreciate that. But before we get to the drag show, we
okay.
gotta go to dinner.
Oh, baby, we got to go to dinner
We
now.
gotta go to dinner. It's dinner
But
time.
the ladies are getting dressed for the going out and for dinner. Now, mind you, dare I say,
Say it,
dare
scare me.
I
Dare.
say,
I dare you.
because in the comments of our YouTube and stuff, they always be saying, we hate on Wendy. Wendy ate that blue look.
She
When
did. Mugler?
Wendy
Yeah.
ate
Yeah, she did.
with the Mugler glasses and everything with the
She did.
bob, I said, okay, Wendy, I ain't
Look
mad.
fantastic. I'll give her that. Can we ding a
When
bell for Wendy, please? Can we give thank
Wendy,
you.
Dr. Wendy ate that. Now, Ashley, I appreciate you trying to be,
It was
let me.
cowboy themed. It was very
It was
Texas.
Texas girl. I think by the end of the episode, they was calling her Cactus, but I ain't love it.
I didn't
Yeah, I
love it
thought
either.
Candace looked cute. I thought the Grand Dame looked classy.
I liked
I thought
Robin's pink outfit.
I liked Robin's pink outfit. I feel
It
like
was
Robin could
very
have did.
covered though.
Yeah, you could do a little better. Like that's for a dinner, something like
I thought
I
that she
just
was gonna take off the pink jacket and have
I
something
have
like
like
a
a little
tattoo.
bustier,
Yeah, and I thought,
not a
oh,
boosty
that's a
caca.
very cute dinner to drag club transition, but no, it wasn't. Um, oh, Mia, or what's her
Oh, Mia
name?
was cute. Mia
Mia was
was
very
cute.
cute. What's her triple name? Madeline? I don't know. What
Madison.
Madison, yes. So
Uh,
yes, Mia
I
brought Madison to dinner.
Madison was cute.
Um,
I thought NECA could have did a little better. The outfit was cute, just not for going out. And I thought, for all things considered, I thought Giselle looked it okay. Right. Like I didn't think she
I
looked
thought
bad.
Giselle, it was right in the middle of the road where she liked to be. I thought NECA's was it had good texture with the fringes and with the very silky top, but I didn't think it was sexy enough.
Right.
Because you doing, really celebrating femininity and all your feminine parts, if you go into a drag show, what you got, what you ain't got, what you put on, what you added, all of that.
Listen.
So I thought NECA could have done better. Are we missing anybody? No, I think we got
No, I think we
everybody.
got everybody. And we're at dinner. Dinner seems to be, great. It's shareable. You can order what you want. And Ashley Darby again reveals to us
Oh,
why she is
yeah.
still on the Housewives of Potomac. Because
She's like,
one
here, let
thing,
me just grab my bag here and take out a few bones to share with the table. So yeah, she did. She did a great job of it too.
listen, she took a page right out of Giselle's notebook. And essentially at the dinner table, Ashley wants to know to Candiace why it is that, like, she addresses that Candiace and Robyn are not speaking. And
Mhm.
she asks Candiace, like, how is it that you can consider Robyn a friend, yet you are very public about how you feel about your friend on the Twitter, on the
Yes,
blogs, and
yes.
on the internet.
The clip that they
And
keep showing is how she literally went on a chat show and was like,
fraud.
yes, yes. And I'm like, wow, that is a lot. So not only this, but so of course Candiace goes to her very defensive, I'm not talking to you, Ashley. I'm not talking to you, Ashley.
I'm
And
not
start calling the
addressing this
girl
with
names.
you.
And so Ashley, somebody else tries to throw it to
Wendy then.
Robyn to have Robyn come in because I guess what Candiace can't understand is that Robyn doesn't feel safe approaching you. She doesn't feel safe approaching you. She doesn't feel like you will listen to her in private. And if it's in a group setting, she feels like you'll just get defensive and cry and attack her. Like she can't even, don't you remember in the car, she can't even cry without you jumping in and inserting yourself and making it about you. So why would she bring it up? She can't even get her thoughts and feelings out. You can't even feel any kind of sorry for your friend unless you feel uh somebody is
Insert
feeling
yourself.
sorry for
Right.
you. Right. So Robyn has just decided to drop it. So now here's Robyn valiantly trying again. And before she can get, a full thought out, here comes Lil Mama talking about, well, if you were mad, you should have called me about this. This is your fault. You should have called me about this.
Or
Blah,
you
blah, blah.
ghosted me. I asked you, are you mad at me? And you don't say anything. And yeah,
I'm like,
then
yeah, that probably means yes.
right. And it's like, what? If you're texting me, am I mad at you? 9 times out of 10, I'm probably mad at you. And so Robyn takes a page out of Candace's book and is not addressing Candace. She's addressing Ashley. And I think Robyn makes it very clear that, again, all of the Juan cheating allegations, all of that other stuff, I think that she can take with a grain of salt. She can let it roll over her shoulder. But I think the point that Robyn made very clear for me at dinner was that you insinuated that me defending my husband on the reunion is the reason that he got fired. And that is where Robyn is like, I draw the line in the sand, and I'm not effing with you. Okay. Like, I'm not effing with you. And so Robyn is like, I'm done with this. I'm excusing myself. And so she goes and sits off. Now, let me tell you why Bravo is so shady. So Robyn then goes to the side and calls Juan. Two things as to why Bravo is so shady, or the producers are so shady. One, they're FaceTiming. And first of all, if she calls Juan, right, they could have just clipped it to the part when they are talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robyn's like, why can't I see you? She clearly is
Yes, they
FaceTiming him.
didn't have to include that, but they are trying to insinuate that
They
there is
are
something going on.
they are trying to just piece
Stir the
out.
pot.
Now,
Yeah.
anybody knows if you have the new update on the iPhone, sometimes when you say somebody call you and you doing something, like sometimes your image won't really appear. Like sometimes on a new update, you got to figure out how can I get back so that my image can show up, right? And so if that was not the only shady thing that they did, then Robyn says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm washing clothes and stuff." Do you remember the blogs with the alleged assistant coach that when people caught them together, where were they at?
In the
The
laundromat.
laundromat, washing
Uh-huh.
clothes. I'm like, bravo, y'all ain't slick. And
Uh-huh.
so if people didn't like Juan's take the last time Robyn FaceTimed him, it seemed as though Juan had good advice for Robyn this time. And he was saying, be the bigger person. Just hear her out. You don't need to respond. You don't need to whatever, but just be the bigger person and sit in there. Robyn said, all right, I'm going to talk to you later because this ain't what I'm
That wasn't
trying to
what she
hear.
wanted to hear. She just wanted to be able to complain and him hear her. So I just think that's kind of a mismatch between what she, sometimes you trying to give your friend advice and they like, I just want you to call her a bitch too. So yeah, I get that. And honestly, he said what he could say. This was way better than last time when he was like, I'm not listening to that. So kudos to him for at least
For
trying,
at least. And
to give her some good advice.
I
And
don't know if
then,
you
we
heard,
have
but did you
the
hear?
bestie.
Well, yes, but did you hear? Bravo again is so shady because Robyn clearly ended the call, but she ain't pressed. Sometimes on FaceTime, it's hard to like. So when Robyn is done with the conversation, if you hear Juan is still on the call, and then Juan says something like WTF or like something like the, and I'm like, why y'all keeping all of this like little Juan content in there? Like y'all know what y'all doing,
They
but
trying to
also
make Juan seem shady. I mean, which is not a hard sell, to be honest, to make Juan seem shady because he's done a lot. It's adding up. So, what else? But then her bestie comes over and to check on her like a bestie should. And is like, don't worry about it. And then the rest of the cavalry comes over, right? So Mia or Madison, we don't know which yet, comes over to lend her support, which it seems like she's really trying to get on the Green Eye Bandits, circle or something like this. And then here come Cactus. Cactus also escapes from the table. I understand why Cactus would go. Cactus may have been feeling like, oh my goodness, this is my fault. I started it. So now they're all over there trying to console her. It doesn't take long. Cactus also says, look, I'm also trying to salvage my trip to the drag show.
right, we
So
still gotta go to the drag show. Here's another thing that I don't understand though. It seems like this whole trip, in my opinion, Mia has been more comforting to to Robyn immediately than Giselle. When they was at chicken poop bingo, when Robyn left, Mia followed soon after. And so I love how like Candiace and Wendy like love to hate on Mia for supporting Robyn, but this season we see that Mia and Robyn have gotten close, right? Almost like the spot of the friend that Robyn had for Candiace. It seems like, Mia may be feeling that void and they hate it.
Oh,
So
I
they
think that's definitely why. I mean, I think Wendy just loves to hate, and I think that the more that she tears Candiace away from Robyn, the more she has somebody on her team, and Candiace is like the only person on her team. So I
right.
think she's really down for that. I don't think again it's doing Candiace any favors. Of course, she's allegedly, and then the nerve, the girl says like, "Oh, we're still friends." Everybody's like, "No, boo, you are not. You're not. You don't do that to your friends. You're ride or
Well,
die."
that's what, and then Candace goes, she gets although I'm
Triangle.
mad and I don't get it, I still feel bad that she's going through what she's going through. Well, how about if that really is your friend, Candace, like lead with take yourself out of it. And if you feel bad for what she's going through, feel bad for what she's going through. Let her know that. I
I will
do
tell
agree with
you that
Candace.
Candace's tears are always only for herself.
Well,
She's never crying about what happened to somebody else, what she or and I think Giselle said it perfectly. She's never going to take accountability.
yeah.
That's
But
it.
I do believe that, like what Candace said, We need to talk one on one. We don't need the church ladies in our business. We don't need the group chat in our chat. We need to talk one on one. And I definitely believe that they do need to talk one on one because, again, I definitely
If
think that
I was
Candiace,
Robyn, I would be like, there's no need for us to talk one on one
well,
because this is the thing. I just think that Robyn needs to take Candiace at what she is, sort of an acquaintance that you like, but you don't tell your business to because she's like fickle and narcissistic and also immature.
yeah. But
That's
I
it.
mean, but I mean,
Like
listen, they are.
you got friends like that who you like. I like you, but we can't get no deeper because you're messy.
Yeah, I do. I do, and I in 2024 I exercise my boundaries. Now, all of this drama is going. The ladies are getting in the car. Now, again, another reason why Ashley deserves her Potomac peach or whatever they have in Potomac, the car situation. Ashley goes to get in the car with Candiace and Wendy and Karen. And Candace like, get out of here, girl. You go into another. Ashley said, baby, just the simple fact that you telling me that I'm going to sit in this car right next to you.
Look, I'll go where I please. Okay. Okay. And another thing, so I just want to circle back when Ashley was talking to her at the table, and she was like, "Oh, if you want to talk, you could talk to my ass." I love that she turned it. She was like, "Well, let me see it walk away." Then
Walk
I'll talk to
away.
it as it walk away. Now you done got yourself locked up in a position saying that you gonna leave, you gonna run, and then she had to pedal back. So Ashley was killing her with the lines. Okay, let me see it walk away, and I'll sit where I want to, and you ain't gonna do nothing.
The cactus was cactusing that day.
Look, she was prickly, that cactus.
She
Okay.
absolutely was. So they get to the drag bar because after all of this we still got to go to the drag bar. Let
Yeah, we
me
got
just tell you this, if you don't know by now, of course the gays, we love the housewives, but there are certain women of these franchises that the gays just love. And if you watch this episode,
stand.
then you know that the gays stand a Karen Huger because it almost really is like the essence of Karen is really almost like, I feel like sometimes that's like some of what the drag queens model is a Karen-esque, and so
A grand
the
dame. Who doesn't
the
want to
gra-
be the HBIC?
oh, I mean, listen, and okay, I was because okay, so two things, right? I was dying when we get there, and the girls got on the Karen Huger shirts, right?
Yes. Loved it.
And
And with cute shirts too.
they
Like
were.
cute
Now,
shirts.
mind you, now here's just okay. So I loved it. And I loved it. Like Karen getting her life. I'm always here for that. Like I love it. Two things. One, Karen was like, the Ladame's rise.
Ah,
Okay. So let's just be clear, right? That drag bar promoted that you guys were coming, right? Like
yes.
it's not like y'all just walked into this gay bar and the girls had on your shirts. Then Karen says, "Oh, and they have on my shirt." Girl, that's not your shirt, baby. You can go on Etsy. Like, you're not selling that Karen Huger shirt. Like,
Look,
the
it's her shirt because her face is on it, dang it. Don't come for the grand dame. Look, just like if somebody had a shirt with your face on it, I would be like, oh, look, that's bright shirt. It is. Don't
well,
hurt, don't
listen,
hate.
I mean,
Don't
or if
hate.
they had on my Purple Pants podcast hoodie that they can purchase in the Brice Isaiah store, or if they had a Brice Isaiah Zat 2024 Zaddy calendar, okay, that they could purchase the link in my bio, I would be like, but like if they had on a fan shirt of me, like I would love it. But it seemed as though in Karen's confessional, she was just trying to make it seem like that was her merch. Like, no, babies, they selling it on Etsy. And mind you, after this episode, I might go get me one because the
Look,
shirt
it's
was
still
cute.
her shirt. I don't care what you say. It's her face, her shirt. Okay.
But I literally had to write notes. Like, Karen is getting her life. Karen just was.
You
Karen,
hating like you hating at Wendy levels. That's not her shirt. It just has her face on
no,
it.
I'm just saying, she just, made it seem as if that was a Karen Huger shirt that she sells, which she should, right? But yeah, Karen was getting her life. The girls were getting their lives. They all were having so much fun. It was just great again to see them cut up. Some of the performers brought Karen and the girls on stage. They wanted them to do a catwalk, and I was dying at NECA being thumbs down, thumbs
So
down.
I think it was within, look, it's fun, it's playful. She could say thumbs down if she wants to. She's being a hater, totally. And yeah,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Now, and mind you, again, as much as y'all, now I'm about to get on NECA because now, as NECA was giving the thumbs down, I was like, oh, then that means NECA is about to eat it down. Yeah.
No. NECA was about to sit it down.
Yeah,
Yeah, she had no judge. So she needs to work on that because like your storyline can't just be like Wendy is mad at you because eventually Wendy is gonna get hit and stop talking about you. And everybody's gonna let it die. So then what do you do then? You need to step it up. Just like, Karen had to step her wigs up to say, it was shifting first
I was like,
season.
wait, hold on.
I know. Yeah.
That
She
was
she
iconic.
she did get it though. She
She
did
did.
get it. And so NECA has to think about now, like, what's step two?
Yeah, but I also just feel like this whole trip and how Wendy has been treating her thus far, mind you, I ain't mad at a thumbs down. But I mean, listen, Wendy ate the catwalk, the walk up the steps, the turn around, put the glasses on. I said, okay, but Wendy did eat. But
It
baby,
did. I thought it was gonna get better
babe,
and better, but it did not
it didn't. But it was,
until
but
the ground up.
baby.
The ground up.
Okay, now like I said, this season, this episode, the grand dame is drinking. Okay. Karen is wetting her whistle. When that triple 20 grand dame got on that floor and
And give it
started,
a little crawl. She crawled a little bit for you guys.
she did the
Meow,
slither
meow, meow.
crawl.
Yes,
I
I
was
loved
like,
it.
Karen, girl,
She
what are you?
said her knees are not retired.
Oh, but soon as she sat down, did you hear that conversation between her and Giselle? She said, "Oh, girl, my knees is hurting." Yeah, you don't think?
Yeah, you just crawled on the ground. So that's the thing.
But listen, that's part of the reason why we just love Karen, right? Because Karen just gives us so like, I'm above all of this, like stop playing with me, like and then girl, you get to a drag show and you is on the stage crawling.
Still having a good time. And I would say I liked her outfit. I thought it was appropriate for a triple 20. She wasn't doing the most. Like she'd have looked weird if she'd have wore, like a mugler or cutouts. I thought it was very nice that she had the sheer, she had
The
the little
sheer,
cleavage
yeah.
going. Yeah, and it was cute. So she was sexy, but triple 20 appropriate.
Absolutely. And again, so that was really my favorite part of the episode was like them at the drag show and just me seeing the crowd just get their life from them being there. I thought that it was pretty fun, pretty interesting. Not a lot happened this episode, but it was a good returning episode.
So what I thought was interesting is that they had lots of clips about not Jordan, G, and him giving them having an argument. So I thought we were actually going to see that argument because now they've teased it for 2 episodes and it
Well,
was
that's
still
that.
just me.
Well, girl, you have to know how the Bravo does when they
Look, I'm
release.
ready for the fair play, campground,
Listen,
whatever
they
comment
released the
and
first
content.
trailer, and the trailer is what we get at the beginning of the season. That was the mid-season super trailer. So that leads us to believe that Gordon stuff is probably how we're going to end the season.
Well, I am ready to see what happens. And clearly next week, there's no Austin day 4. So they are heading back to Potomac to their natural habitat. And hopefully we can get some updates on how things are going in the real world. So next week we will get more, hopefully Candiace, and how she deals with it. Maybe we'll see how mom's procedure / surgery / 10-minute thingy went, hoping that she is well. Maybe we'll get some more shrinage discussions, and hopefully we will see how the Grand Dame celebrates her triple 20 when she's back home. Maybe a little Ray make out. I don't know. Gotta control it.
You gotta control though. Oh, I was saying,
Yeah.
oh God.
Like,
But listen,
that's how you do it.
okay. Well, listen, maybe I don't want to control it. Okay.
Look,
But
she got the control over it. She got it
I ain't
direct.
never like curl my tongue in the middle of it. I mean, now no, never mind.
Come bring it over here. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'll suck a tongue. Like you've never like, kind of like little be a little but I ain't never like curl my but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe in 2024 I'll have more time to practice.
Yeah,
But listen.
maybe you'll have time to direct tongues and like
Uh,
traffic direct tongues. I
oh,
don't know.
okay. Put them
Because that's
through.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Look, I ain't
Listen,
get it neither, but
I
it was entertaining.
But
So I
listen,
was
it was
like,
there and it was Karen. But listen, this has been your Real Housewives of Potomac season 8, episode 8 recap with Dr. Jatia Hart Taylor and me, Brice Isaiah. Anything you want to let the people know before we leave this week, Jatia? Oh.
no, I just wanted Mini Jatia just wants to make sure that everybody has a happy new year. And that she is very happy to be here in 2024 because look, everybody ain't make it. So
Okay, listen.
enjoy and be healthy and happy.
All right, we're out. We'll be back next week covering episode 9 of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Tell us what you think. We want to hear your thoughts. Only the ones that agree with ours.
Okay, Candiace.